as the show begins. You're telling all your friends, the party never ends. Knockem dead. Knockem dead. Comedy show.
All right, here I am. I'm at WGBB. Supposed to meet up with Joey Petroni. And I see trouble. I got George Harrison Indian music on the radio. Excited to see Joey and hang out and have some laughs. And then I see that. I don't know what that has to do with anything. But you never know. I think that's Joey right there. I think. Not sure. But I do believe he drives a truck like that. It's like one of those big, giant, like, trucks, like when they're driving around important people. Like he's like part of the Secret Service or something. I do think Joey is like a spy or something. He's got all sorts of weird stories. You never know if he's telling the truth or not. He's an interesting dude, that Joey Petroni. Burp. There he is. What is it, all bundled up in the hat?
Oh, my hair, yeah.
Like for 2 seconds, I thought you got it cut. I was like, holy
I
shit.
put my hair in a hat so I don't get pulled over. But turn around.
I know. I was just getting that on video too.
Yeah. They pull me over and ask me where the weed is. And I'm like,
Really?
This is WGBB AM 1240 and W240 DF-FM 95.9 Freeport, New York.
And now, live from the WGBB studios in Merritt, New York, it's the Joey Petroni Show with your host, Joey Petroni.
Joey Petroni, how you guys doing Monday night? Welcome to the Joey Petroni Show. We have a very, very special guest here tonight. A good friend of mine and a great all-around actor, comedian,
Wow.
on radio personality. Good friend Tony Walker. Tony, welcome.
Thank you there, Joseph Petronowitz. That's his real name, Joseph Petronowitz.
Petronowitz.
Yep. Thanks for having me, pal.
Thank you for being here, man.
Yeah, I'm thrilled to be here, actually. Yeah.
So what's funny is that, you know, you're over at Govs Comedy Podcast in
I am.
Levittown.
Yep.
You're there every day, 11 o'clock, right?
Every day except Wednesday.
Every day but Wednesday. And I always see Tony Walker, and you're great at what you do.
Right back at you, pal.
Thank you. Interviewing everybody, comics, you know. And so my thing is, I never, in all the years I've known Tony Walker, I don't really know much about Tony. I've never seen Tony Walker being interviewed.
Coming from a guy who goes by a different name. We're all mysterious around here.
Yeah, right. Don't trust your neighbors, yet don't trust me. So Tony, I know somewhat about you, but you know, you went to Hicksville High School.
I did.
And in Hicksville High School, I guess the question is, were you a class clown? Like, where did you get into this whole thing with Knockem Dead Comedy? How did this happen? You know, how'd you get down the path you're at today?
It's all about why we do anything, Joseph. It's all about girls. I suck at sports.
Okay.
So I'm a baseball nut, but I suck at playing it. So I got into acting to meet girls, to do something that somebody might think would be cool.
Okay.
So I just got into doing theater, and
Nice.
it just went from there.
And that happened back in high school?
Back in high school, yeah. Well, my brother, I have an older brother, and he's a musician.
Right.
And I used to go watch him, perform, and he would act a little bit, and then I just kind of got into it through him, and then then I just stayed with it.
Very cool, man.
Yeah.
So that it's funny you said about girls, right? Because I with the high school I was in, it was all about bands and battle of the bands and all
Sure.
that type of stuff. So
Yep.
I knew to get girls, I had to be in a band.
You were in a band?
I played bass guitar, but I tried to be the lead singer because that's the guy who got all the girls, right?
Sure. Yeah.
And that didn't work for me. So
But sometimes the guy holding the guitar, the girls don't even know if that's a bass or a lead guitar or
They don't
anything,
know anything,
but
right?
sometimes that worked. That didn't work for you?
It did, but I guess I wasn't really good at any of it because I wound up being a roadie for a band.
Oh, all right.
And the funny part is that when you're traveling with a band, nobody knows when you're in a diner or wherever you are that
Right.
you're just a roadie.
Yeah.
You're in the band? Yeah, I'm with the band. So it kind of worked.
What does it take to get you to sing right now? Show us some of those chops that you had.
Oh, man, I can't. I'm terrible. I'll embarrass myself.
Is it your birthday tomorrow or something?
My birthday's coming up in March.
Oh, March.
Yeah.
I saw something. Somebody posted something today about your birthday, so I was like, "Oh, it's your birthday."
Yeah, I saw that. It was an early happy birthday.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's pretty early. It was not for.
Well, speaking of birthdays, you know
Yes.
what? It's funny. I wore this shirt today, Zebra.
Zebra, great band.
Randy Jackson's birthday is today.
Oh, very nice.
From Zebra.
Do you know him?
I never met him.
No, me neither.
But everybody I know knows him.
Yes.
Everybody I know.
Everybody has a Randy Jackson story. Everybody has a Billy Joel story. Everybody on Long Island. Yeah.
I never met either one of them.
And a Joey Petroni story.
So, Trevor, can we play for Randy Jackson's birthday from Zebra? I would like to play number 2. Tell me what you want. This is for Randy Jackson. Happy birthday, Randy Jackson. So, President of PAL, is that okay to talk about that?
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know what you do there. Like, I'll ask
Okay.
you. And then Knockem Dead Comedy. Long Island's 1983, I believe that album's from. Long Island Zebra.
It's actually on your shirt. It says 1983 debut album.
Does it say it?
Yeah.
Look at that, man.
Zebra, in celebration of 40 years since its release, Zebra performed their 1983 debut album in its entirety.
At the Paramount just recently.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
And you went?
I went the night
That's
before the night before Thanksgiving.
Nice.
So happy birthday, Randy Jackson.
Happy birthday.
I love Zebra. I love Twisted Sister. I love Long Island bands.
Yep.
We're back live in the studio at WGBB with Tony Walker. Tony Walker is he director, writer, and performer of Knockem Dead Comedy.
Oh, my goodness.
And that's a weekly. That's a show that you put on, like a murder mystery type show.
Well, Knockem Dead Comedy is the name of the troupe.
Okay.
It's there's no set schedule. It's just whenever a client hires us, whether it's a club, a restaurant, a private party.
Right.
We just travel all over the place. So it's not like a weekly. Come see us at this place every week. It's just
Whenever you get.
Yeah.
And you've been at Governor's with this too.
We've
right?
been at Governor's. We've been all over. We've actually covered every state. We've played every state at least once, from Pennsylvania to Maine.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, Long Island, of course, is 90% of the work. But yeah, we cross some bridges sometimes.
Now I don't know anything about Knockem Dead Comedy. Is it like murder mysteries, or is it's just live shows in front of?
Yeah, well, it's audience interactive comedic murder mystery. So it's you're familiar with Tony and Tina's Wedding?
Yes.
It's kind of like that with a murder.
Very cool.
The audience, it's so much fun. We have, you know what? I should get you in it.
You should.
I mean, I know you do a lot of
Crazy stuff.
but have you ever acted like a scripted thing?
I'm acting right now. You know what? You want to know why I'm acting? I'll tell you why.
You pretending that you're having fun?
I'm pretending I'm normal. I'm completely nuts. 90% of my life is acting. 'Cause I'm out of my mind. I'm crazy.
I've actually, I don't know if you've heard this, but I've actually talked about that on my show. We've talked about it. I've talked about it with certain people. Like, we never know,
right?
What when you're telling us something that you've done in life? Like, we never know if you're telling the truth. We're like, we don't know.
Right? Yeah.
Sometimes you're making stuff up. I know you are.
No, well, you know what? The really bizarre stuff is true.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. It's the normal stuff that's crazy. That's fake.
And I want to just say before I forget.
Yeah.
I've been at Governor's, been running that podcast studio for 6 years.
Right.
And I just want to say that you're one of the, getting to know you because of that is one of the best. I've made some really good friends there, and it's really been a pleasure hanging out and doing all the fun stuff with you. Like Don Sill just posted the other day, us talking to Mark Goodman in the Jones Beach parking lot. Like that never would have happened if it wasn't for you, man. It's fun, silly stuff, but I love that kind of stuff.
Hey, this is Joey Petroni.
Hey, it's Tony Walker. Hey, it's Don Sill. How you doing?
We're down here at Jones Beach Theater, getting ready to see the one and only
James Taylor, because it's going to fire and rain tonight, baby.
I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days and I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times and I could not find friends. But I always thought that I'd see you.
Look at it. We got Mark Goodman here, the legendary Mark Goodman.
Are you a big James Taylor fan, or are you here with? Are you working tonight, or?
No. I'm here with my wife.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Goodman. Nice to see
Nice
you.
to meet you.
Big James Taylor fan. Yeah.
Oh, is that right? Oh, scoring some points. Smart man.
Figured I haven't seen him since 1969, so it'll probably be a good time
right?
to see him.
Who are some of your? I mean, you've met and worked with so many. Who are some of your favorites? Like, what are you personally into?
Peter Gabriel.
Peter Gabriel.
A couple of weeks off. Can't wait.
Yeah, that's right. He's coming to the area. He's got some new music out.
Yeah.
Very nice. I saw you at the what was it, Y2K with the Huey Lewis just before the.
Oh yeah.
And what a sad story that is.
Yeah.
That he's not out there doing it. But,
He's all right. He's doing all right. It's going to be a musical coming to Broadway
right,
with his music.
yes. Mm-hmm.
He's been working on that, and they're doing sports in Atmos.
Oh.
A special
Yeah,
new
the
mix
new
in
mix,
Atmos.
right.
He's been working on that. He's super excited.
And we can still hear you on Sirius.
Sirius, two
Very
channels.
nice.
All
Very
80s and classic rewind, 25.
Excellent. Thank you for your time. We appreciate
You
it.
guys.
So same here,
fun,
man. And I got to tell you, because so you're the manager of the Govs comedy podcast studio in Levittown. So you managed that studio,
Correct.
Which is awesome. So during COVID, I was working here at WGBB, and during COVID, this was kind of shut down for a little bit because of the germs, whatever. And Govs comedy podcast opened up before WGB opened back up. And a long story short, I wasn't going to quit, but I don't know what the hell I was doing. And thanks to you and Don, you pulled me back from having nothing to do with acting or comedy or anything. I was just living as a dad. Right. The most boring thing you can do.
Yeah.
Get milk on the way home. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and I'm surprised to hear that because you were pretty active, delivering the meals and whatnot.
Yes.
You were out there for helping people.
Right. That's my life. My whole life is, what is that called? Caretaker.
Samaritan.
Yeah,
Kimosabi.
My whole life is helping people. My next door neighbor, when I was growing up, my next door neighbor was handicapped, and I was helping her as a kid.
Yeah.
The other side of me was an elderly couple, and every now and then I'd have to go over and get the wife off the floor. She'd fall.
Oh,
And
my goodness.
He'd call my mom and go, "I hate to do this to you, but can you send over Joey?"
Right.
I'd help her up, and
That's nice.
So anyway, were you always funny? I asked you this already, but in high school, were you always funny? Were you a class clown? Were you getting in trouble?
I was a wise guy.
Okay.
I wasn't like the class clown, but I was definitely one of them.
Did you find that? I mean, this is me personally. That you can only go so far being funny before you get beat up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I got some. I got a couple of beatings.
Yeah.
Yep.
So.
And they were deserved.
Yeah, because you crossed the line.
Yes.
You try and go for that big laugh, and
right. I didn't mean to. Like I was the wise guy, but I was always trying to make everybody a part of the joke. I wasn't bullying people. I was trying. But it was kind of like Don Rickles style humor that I would do. I would make fun of people, but I was trying to do it playfully, but it always didn't work out that way.
Right. I love making the girls laugh.
Oh yeah.
And you've gone too far when a girl cries.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, just
have you done that? You made girls cry?
I'm talking high school, 9th, 10th. Not on purpose, just crossing the line of whatever it is. That's funny.
Goodness.
And just
they cry when they look at me, but that's, I don't recall doing that.
Yeah, stupid things. Like, I'll just give you an example. Like, you make them laugh a lot, and then they get up and they go to walk across the room, and you start making thumping noises like they're overweight, like they're overweight. And I'm doing it to make them laugh more. I'm not doing it to make them cry. And the funny thing is, they weren't even heavy set.
Right.
They weren't even heavy set. It was just, I crossed the line.
Yeah, I hear you.
And even at home, my sister would ask for a glass of water. I'd give her a glass of hot water, and she'd take a sip, and then she'd scream. And you think you're being funny, but you're crossing the line.
See, but I'm laughing. I think those are great. Like if you did that to me, I would laugh. I would laugh. Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
And my dad's humor was scaring the crap out of people.
Oh, really?
My dad found it funny to scare people.
I love that too.
And I did it once or twice with my family, and I swore I would never do it again after the last time I did it, because I actually scared my family as a fake break-in through the window with a flashlight. Oh, and my one daughter knew. My one daughter knew, and she was filming it. She filmed it. She knew, and I had to tell her because I knew that she would be the one that would really freak out.
Right.
But the video is so horrible. My wife was blow drying my other daughter's hair, and I came in through the window on the second floor with a flashlight and a mask. And my daughters filmed it, but their reaction was so bad that I swore that I'll never, ever. It's not funny, you know. You cross the line of funny.
How long ago was this?
It's probably like 7 years ago, and I will not do it again. I want them to trust me. You know, I want them to be comfortable in their own house.
But I ask because 7 years, you're past the point, like, you can post that now, and that'll go viral.
Oh, no, I could post it. It's horrible, though. It's horrible. Oh, but maybe I'll post it with this clip here. So how did you get involved with Govs Comedy Podcast? How did you get involved with Governors?
We were doing a murder mystery there.
At Governors.
Mm-hmm. We were doing a murder mystery at Governors, and we were backstage waiting to go on. We were in the main hallway there, back behind, and we saw their studio. Okay. And one of the managers there, one of the owners, Larry, we asked him, like, what is that about? Right. And he explained, you know, why they built it, how they built it, and said that at the time there was only 2 shows running, but they were only like, each show was only on once or twice a month.
Oh, wow.
So it was really just kind of sitting there doing nothing.
Right.
So we said, hey, you know, we can get this running. Yeah. Well, first we were doing our show, just our own show, and paying for the studio time.
Right.
Then after about a year or so, we said to them, hey, look, we think we can bring in other shows.
Right.
So we worked out a deal to stop, because they were charging us a lot of money.
Right.
But yeah, we just started bringing in other shows and working out a deal, and it's just here we are, almost 6 years later.
Yeah. And that's how, you know, it's awesome. I became a part of the family over there.
Absolutely.
I'm not there as often as I want to be, but I plan on it, you know, as I feel sometime.
We love having you there. I love the whole thing.
It's a lot of fun. You never know who's going to walk in those doors. You know?
Right.
You come in here on a Friday or Saturday, it's like, whoa.
Colin Quinn has walked, Kevin, well, he didn't go on the air. Kevin James has walked in, he didn't go on the air, but Joey Kohler, you know, stops in, yeah, we have a nice family there, and a bunch of regulars,
right,
that would do each other's shows or just comedians. Mick Thomas is a big supporter. John Ziegler, Chris Monty, Tim Gage. Tim Gage is probably out of comedians, he's probably the biggest supporter. And it's, you know, it's so much fun. Jackie the Joke Man, I know you had him in here.
Yeah.
To just sit back and not see these guys do their act, to actually talk to them, to get to know them, have some laughs with them.
Right.
I love every second of it.
I think it's great. And you said it's like one big family. And what's funny about that, it's one big family, right? I got to know you through Don, because Don Still and I go back.
Yeah.
When he had D&D morning show out in Stony Brook somewhere.
Yeah.
And then Don, I met you, and you're actually family with Don.
So. I am. He's, we're cousins.
Right.
It's actually my wife is cousins with him, but, you know, it's all family. So, yeah, I've known Don since '97.
Wow. So Don Still is a master at everything. You know,
everything.
He's like the smartest guy I know.
Yeah.
He's able to do everything you want to do, because he's just got the knowledge to do it.
Yeah.
He went to college for it, you know. So being as a family, we all met at Governor's Comedy Club and the podcast and everything like that, hanging out, doing shows, and Don wrote up Comic Sans. He wrote up a script and a screenplay, and a lot of people do this stuff, but nobody follows through with it. And Don used all his connections.
Mm-hmm.
And how cool was that?
It was a blast. Every second of that was a blast. And then to be able to film it. When I say family, I mean even, you know, it's an extended family, because certain comedians and even the staff, like they do it right there, because they don't have a lot of turnover with their staff.
Okay.
So that they got to be doing something right. So even the waitresses, you know, are friends, but the owners, the you know, Ange, who works in the, you know, in the main office there, they're all friends, and they're all so supportive.
Right.
So they let us film pretty much the whole thing in the club.
Yeah.
I'm still shocked that, you know, I have keys to that place, and I know the alarm codes. Like, how the hell did that happen?
Right.
So, you know, so I was there for every single part of Comic Sans that was filmed in the club. And, you know, to work with Don, I mean, Don and I, you know, we used to talk back in, you know, when I met Don, I, you know, was working at the phone company. Don was a custodian at a hospital.
Okay.
You know, and we used to talk. I mean, he had the show at Stony Brook, but, you know, we would talk and dream of bigger and better things, you know. So all these years later, to be able to film that movie there and get people like Joey Cola and Carrie and yourself and the whole cast to do it there, because we were, you know, doing it at home.
Yep.
And then to have my son be the assistant director for Don.
That is so cool.
It was, yeah, I really, and then to have it come out as good as it did.
Oh, it's awesome. Yeah, Comic Sans. I mean, you can look it up on the internet. Look up Comic Sans and Don Sill. It was in a lot of the, what are those things called?
Film festivals. Yeah, we won some awards.
Long Beach Film Festival.
Long Beach, we won an award down in North Carolina.
Tokyo. Didn't we win something in Tokyo?
Best script.
In Tokyo.
Yeah, Tokyo Film Festival. I wish we could have gone.
Yeah, I was telling my wife, people in Tokyo know me.
And I hope, I mean, I don't know, and Don doesn't know either. I hope that they had to, like, overdub our voices.
Right.
So people, and to me, that tells me you made it. If you're in a movie where somebody's got to overdub your voice, then I feel like I made it.
You made it, yeah. Right? That makes sense. And the good thing is Don was on here a few weeks ago, and Don's talking about Comic Sans, too.
Yeah.
And he's starting the writing process of that and all that type of stuff.
Yes. I don't think it's going to happen as
quickly,
as soon as we hoped.
Right.
But, yeah, we're tossing some ideas around. Yeah. There might be some other stuff that we may do before that. We're still trying to plan things out right now.
That is so cool. Because, like you said, like Don is like family with you, right? And, And you guys were talking. He's a custodian, and you're working for the telephone company.
Yep.
And all these thoughts are always in the back of your head, right?
Oh, yeah.
And Don put it all together and made it happen. It actually motivated me, and I think it motivated a lot of people to start moving. Like, like, if not now, then when?
Exactly.
Right?
Right.
When are you going to do it,
And time just goes so fast.
It goes way too fast. And, and I don't want to be a talker no more. I had enough with the talking.
Right.
I have all these ideas, and I just do it or shut up. Do it or shut up.
Right. Put up or shut up.
Put up or shut up. That's Don Sill. Yeah. You can see Don Sill on Put Up and Shut Up on YouTube. He's got a great show. Put Up and Shut Up on YouTube. Don Sill. Look it up. So now talking about sports.
Yep.
And I'm asking you this for a reason because I know.
Okay.
But what's your favorite baseball team?
I'm a Met fan.
You're a big Met fan.
I'm a huge Met fan.
And I'm hearing that the Mets aren't going to be too good this year.
It's not looking good.
Okay.
But we're Met fans. We're used to it. Are you a Met fan?
I've always been a Met fan.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
I was actually at Game 6 of the World Series.
No kidding, really?
Yeah, in '86. Yeah, it was a very weird situation, but I wound up going. A friend of mine's friend couldn't go last minute. The ticket, blah 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 blah. I was there.
Wow.
Yeah, I was there.
Where?
Sitting up. I was all the way up in left field, I guess.
Okay, so you didn't make it down to the field?
No, I was way up.
Well, it was Game 6, so they didn't win, right?
No, the World Series. That was Game 7.
It went 7 games.
Well, I was at Game 7. I'm sorry.
Okay. Did you make it down to the field?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was at Game 7. I was there when the smoke bomb landed on the field, and Mookie Wilson picked it up, I think. Remember, there was a smoke bomb out there?
Yes.
The smoke was coming up to my level. So
wow.
That's how I know where I was sitting.
Yeah, right.
So that was great.
Oh, that is. And again, that too, being able to do a show at Governors, and I'm sure the same is the case here. You get some legitimacy behind you when you have a name like GBB or Governors.
Yes.
So I got to just this past summer, me and Don went and interviewed Mookie.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Oh, it was I was like a kid.
That's a dream come true.
That was a kid meeting for me. That was a kid meeting Santa Claus.
That's
man.
awesome. Yeah.
Mookie Wilson. And then back in 1991, I met Spanky from the Little Rascals.
Oh, did you really?
Those two people are meeting, seeing Santa Claus. Yeah.
Wow. Spanky.
Oh, yeah.
That is so cool, man.
Yeah, it was such a big moment. I'm so stupid.
Wow. So with sports, you're with the PAL, the president of Nassau County. You said for disabled.
Yeah. So it's the Nassau County Police Athletic League Special Needs Unit. So. If anybody's familiar with PAL, it's Police Athletic League, but every town,
right.
I don't know how it is in the rest of the country, but here on Long Island, every town has its own PAL with police officers, and they get, it's not like high school where you have to get, where only the best athletes make the team.
Right.
They get kids off the streets, they get everybody, and everybody can play. So whether it's basketball, bowling, there's so many different programs. And every town has its own PAL.
Right.
But this is a special needs division, so we're countywide, and we get Down syndrome, autistic spectrum, all different types of levels, and we have various programs, bowling, basketball, yoga. We have a bunch of different programs, and we're the only, believe it or not, which I'm still shocked that I even say this, we're the only PAL with a special needs unit in the whole country.
Really?
Yeah. The whole country. We're the only ones.
And is that there long before you started, or?
There were some special needs programs going back to the 80s,
Right.
but it wasn't. It was just, it was maybe 1 or 2 programs. It wasn't an official special needs division. It was just the special needs division for PAL Nassau County started probably around 25 years ago.
Okay.
And I have an autistic daughter, so I was getting her into some of the programs.
Right.
Shortly after it started, they were just a few years in, and then getting to know everybody, and getting to know the participants. Eventually they asked me to join the board, and then almost it was 4 or 5 years ago I got the sucker written on the back. So
do you coach any of this stuff?
I'm the president,
right.
so
you're really getting.
It's more. I do run well. So it's a lot of behind the scenes stuff.
Nice,
but my wife and I run the bowling program.
Okay.
And the basketball program. I mean, we have coaches, but I guess because I'm the president, it's just, and I'm there, that I'm just default, like, kind of running it, kind of.
That's what I do for a living. I work specialized.
Right, yeah.
So it's kind of, like that. Again, it's like weird things, right?
Yeah. But it's rewarding.
It's very rewarding.
Yeah.
It's very rewarding, and I think it's great that you do that. And
I love it.
Yeah.
I love every second of it. I look forward to it.
Right?
Yeah.
They have a lot of fun, those guys.
Oh, they don't.
There's no problems. There's no attitudes. There's no egos. There's no
nothing.
They just go out and have a great time.
Absolutely right, and they help each other out. Even you're playing. I mean, we have a competitive bowling, competitive basketball, and non-competitive with those two, but.
Right.
They don't care. They're helping each other. They're supporting each other. Yeah, they help each other out. They get out of the way so somebody can get a basket.
Yeah, I used to play wheelchair basketball.
Really?
Yeah, I used to play on the other side. To play against them,
Oh, okay.
It was a lot of fun.
My wife used to coach wheelchair basketball.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I think we only able to push with our left hand or something.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Some kind of
It's amazing to me personally. I think that's harder than regular basketball because you gotta spin the wheels and dribble.
Yeah.
You have to dribble. You can't just carry the ball.
Right.
Yeah, I used to love watching it. It's crazy.
It's it's not easy. Definitely not easy. So you're from Hicksville, Long Island.
I am.
So my question is, I have it's a 2-part question.
Okay.
All right. Number one is, so you're from the town of the legendary Billy Joel.
Oh, Billy Joel and Lorraine Bracco.
Lorraine Bracco.
Yeah, you remember Lorraine Bracco? Dr. Melfi on The Sopranos?
Right, yes.
She's Hicksville.
Oh, wow, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, sorry, I should have told you that before we were planning this. Billy Joel and Lorraine Bracco, and who else? Oh, and, you're a music guy.
Yeah.
The original lineup of Steely Dan, the lead guitar player, is a Hicksville guy. Yeah.
Wow, that's really cool.
We got some cool people there.
Yeah, what's in the water in Hicksville?
I don't know. I wish I Billy Joel's wallet. Forget his water.
Billy Joel from. So I'm not sure what class he graduated. Were you in school at the same time?
Oh no, he's a lot older than me.
Okay.
I mean, I just look.
No,
I look. He would have been. No, he would have been class of '67.
Okay.
Yeah, I only know that because I have an aunt that was in his class.
Did you?
I'm class of '88.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So Billy Joel. This is the question I had was that so he came out with the song. I went to Catholic school, so I went to St. Francis in Wantua.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then I went to Holy Trinity in 9th grade.
Right.
And I was brought up, not to steal, cheat, to tell the truth.
Yep,
and
I hear you.
Always help people.
Yep.
And, be kind, forgiving. And that's how I grew up. I was always a really nice person, and
still.
Yeah, well, here's what happened.
Okay.
Billy Joel came out with the song "Only the Good Die Young."
Yes.
And I remember back then my grandfather had passed away, and I just it was so sad. I started thinking about dying. I didn't want to die, and he came out with the song "Only the Good Die Young."
Sure.
And here I am, St. Francis, going to church every Sunday.
Yep.
And then going to Holy Trinity and being really good, and I was a really good kid, but I didn't want to die young.
Oh, I see where you're going with this.
Yes. So I started to cheat, steal, and lie.
Right.
And I turned into a real jackass. And
I have heard about the dark side of Joey Petroni.
And I never looked back, and here I am,
Well, and we all know it's a highly publicized fact that you're neighbors with Rex.
Right.
So I can understand. I'm sure there's.
Right, and Rex will live forever.
Right.
Right.
And I think it's just a matter of time before we find out that you were involved.
So I think the moral to my story is when I'm ready to die.
Yeah.
If that's ever an option.
Right.
Then I'll stop being good again.
It's a good idea.
Until then, I'm going to be a Jack.
So you might live forever.
Right.
It's a good plan.
It's only the good die young.
Right. And yeah, obviously we have not been good because we're still here.
So who's your favorite comedian?
Joey Cola.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah. Full of energy.
Oh yeah.
Very funny, outgoing guy, and what a family man. The guy
Yes.
is so freaking nice, man.
Oh yeah. It doesn't get nicer than him. Yeah. And his comedy, it's just like you're hanging out, listening to a buddy tell you a funny story. That's my favorite type of comedian. He's fantastic.
I've been at so many shows where Joey Cola's the headliner.
Yep.
And the place erupts.
Crushes every time.
It is crazy,
Yep.
the level of comedy and the level of laughter.
Yep.
You know, you leave there feeling good for a week.
Oh yeah.
Then you need more Joey Cola.
Yep. It's true.
You become a what is that called? A groupie.
Yes.
I'm a groupie because I need to laugh again. But yeah, he's the best of the best. Long Island's Joey Cola.
Yeah.
And he doesn't need a warm up. He warms up TV shows.
Yeah, he warmed up Rosie O'Donnell, Martha Stewart. You name it. He warmed them, and that currently does Drew Barrymore. Yeah.
Tony, I love it. Thank you for coming out today.
You're the man.
Thank you so much. Randy Jackson's birthday from Zebra. This is Bears. Happy birthday, Randy Jackson.
And happy birthday, Joey Petroni, next month.
Thank you.
We just did a half hour. It felt like 2 minutes. Really, that freaking flew, man. Joey Petroni is the man. And there's Trevor back there. He's all right.
Trevor's awesome. Usually I talk to Trevor.
Oh, do you?
Well, I didn't get a chance to tonight, but
Yeah.
Trevor's awesome.